Here we go. It is 10:15. We are talking to Safe Food Specialist Linda Pedersen. We just had her on if you missed that conversation. You can catch it anytime online at RiverBender.com/daily show. But right now, we're talking to TNI. We were going to talk about some events, but sold out some, and people are ready to get back outside.
Absolutely.
Who do we all have on the board today? We got a new face. How are you, Lauren?
Good, how are you?
Doing good. So what are we talking about today?
So we're going to talk about a couple of different things. We want to talk a bit about our winter programs and then a little bit about camp as well.
Awesome. And, you know, something I honestly don't know a lot about are your guys' camps, because I think, honestly, whenever you guys have been around like you guys have and doing so many really cool things, it's hard for me to realize all the actual, programs, activities you really provide for the community.
Yeah. So we've talked about many of our events over the last couple of months, which has been really, really exciting. But camp really is our busiest time of year.
Is it really?
We average about 450, 500 kids over the course of a summer. That's about 60 to 80 kids a week. And they are out on the trails kind of the whole day long, learning, exploring, just having a lot of fun.
And off of their cell phones.
Yes.
Yeah.
Big component for me. I don't know, I hate to do this to you guys, but I've just seen so many 7-year-olds and 8-year-olds on an iPhone, and it's their phone, and I'm like, why is their phone nicer than my phone? Go outside and hike, go do something. But this is great, and I didn't realize that you guys' camps are, can be half a day long, right?
Yeah, so we're actually offering half and full day for preschool. We've always offered half day,
Right.
but we're kind of giving our 4- and 5-year-olds a chance to come the whole day.
That's awesome. And honestly, I think there's going to be a lot of little ones that love that opportunity because they're out of the house, and I think the parents are going to like it too. So take us through this course or this program. How can we sign up, and when do the camps start?
So our camps start up June 5th, and then they run through the first week of August. We offer it for ages 3 through 14, so we do have middle school camps as well that are actually pretty popular. That was our first to sell out last year. A registration for members starts on March 6th, and non-members, it's March 10th. So our members actually get 4 days to decide and sign up before we even release it to the public.
I like that, because that way it gives the members, a reason to stay, supporting you guys. That's awesome.
Yeah, not only do members get those 4 days of early sign up, they also get 15% off of camp registration. So that membership is a really valuable tool for coming to camp and going to lots of programs.
Can I ask you a little bit more about the membership, just because I didn't know too much about it? What entails that membership, and how can we sign up? That's an awesome opportunity.
Yeah, so our membership prices range from $50 and then up through $1,500 if you want to be a lifetime member. But $125 is the price range that is going to get you all of these camp benefits, as well as the ability to register for discounted program fees for all of our other programs.
Wow. That is awesome.
Yeah.
How did I not know anything about it?
It's like a $400 value if you have a family membership. It is a really, really great deal.
And I just want to throw out for the record, that was impressive that you got all those dates really without... That was impressive. I can't remember a website to save my life. Oh, my goodness.
We stare at a lot of stuff over the winter repeatedly.
Well, it seems like you guys are getting a lot of, just interaction and a lot of involvement, early on in this, calendar year. That's got to be exciting, too.
Yeah, absolutely. Winter is generally a harder time to get people to come out because it's cold.
Oh, no, it was hot yesterday. I went out and suntanned on Broadway.
But this year, it really does seem like people want to be out, and we are providing the programs to get them out. So it's been a really, really great winter so far.
And, over the course of, you guys' involvement with the Nature Institute, have you noticed, because to me it seems like more and more people are going outside to begin with in general. It seems like last summer, or maybe even after a little bit when COVID was starting to die down, people were really out, not just going to bars, but enjoying nature like we should. Have you guys noticed that?
Yeah, we really saw an uptick in visitors kind of throughout COVID, and then now after COVID, like we have hikers out all the time. People are loving everything about the outdoors.
And I know the last time we were talking that you guys were getting your trails ready, and there was a lot of process with that. How has that process been, or is it going pretty well?
Yeah, so that is the season that we are in. Our trails are closed to the public. And that is so that we can go out and, cut any of those dangerous trees.
Right.
Keep our trails safe from really bad erosion problems from being walked on when they're muddy, and they are very muddy. And, all of those other things that we just can't do when we have people around all the time. So our trails are closed until April 1st, but, come on out and see us for one of our programs because we have a lot available.
Absolutely. And I got to ask you, what's your favorite part about, the camps that you guys put on with you being the educational director?
Yeah, I mean, ours are very unique to the area. And even over in St. Louis, we get people that come from there as well.
Wow.
We are entirely nature-based. We're outside all day, every day. We're getting in the creeks. We have 2 waterfalls. Not everybody can have one of those. So we're really special, the connections you make with nature. And we have people that come back that were campers, and now they have kids that come to camp. We celebrated our 40th year last year of camp.
Wow.
So it's just been a really long-standing tradition in the area.
That is really cool, and I didn't realize that you guys had out-of-towners. I mean, I guess, is that the right term? I don't know.
So in the past,
Sounds
before I was at TNI, we actually had 2 campers come from Ireland because they had family in the area.
Are you serious?
Absolutely.
That's got to be something to be proud. That's a lot of pride right there. That's awesome. And now I gotta, what's your favorite, part about? Is it the, when a kid starts? Is there ever like the ice breaking period too? Because I'm sure with a lot of parents, a lot of their little ones maybe are nervous to leave mom and dad for the first time and do these camps. Is there a great way for you guys to break the ice and get them more familiar, maybe with their students that are in their camp, and maybe just to be more in tune with nature? I don't know.
Yeah.
Is that a good? Do you guys do a good job?
So when we, especially with the younger preschool groups, we train our staff on how to help ease those kids and the parents too, because sometimes the parents need a little bit of help too.
That's true. That's a good point.
But just giving everyone a chance to make that transition, and we're always open if parents need to check in throughout the day. They're welcome to call the office, and we'll kind of chat with the staff. We keep them busy and moving and excited for the next thing, so that they want to keep coming back the next day.
Absolutely. And let's see. CJ, think about this so you don't get yelled at by your text line.
Before we move too much farther.
Oh, okay, yeah.
To sign up for memberships and to check out all of our camp information, just get on our website, which is thenatureinstitute.org. All of the stuff that we're talking about today will be found there. And
that's what's real. And thank you for bringing that up. I was trying to think of an appropriate way to ask a question, but I'm glad you saved me from utter disaster here. And, I did want to highlight, though, we were going to talk a little bit about owl prowl, but it seems like you guys don't need any help with that one at all.
Yeah, so we have 2 owl prowls coming up. One of them, the Valentine's Day owl prowl that is only for adults, that one has sold out. And getting adults to come out to programs can be really, really difficult. So we're really happy about that. But we have lots of spaces in our family owl prowl.
Now, when is that?
So that one is going to be Saturday, February 18th. It starts at 6 p.m. And we will have Treehouse Wildlife Center out. They are going to do a program about owls. Usually they bring out 2 or 3 owls with them. We are going to dissect some owl pellets. And then we're going to go on a hike to listen for owls.
I just want to point out, I got to do the dissecting of the owl pellets. That is wild. That was a whole culture shock for me. A whole culture. And what I didn't realize is how many people are making even art out of it, and you making jewelry and things. And now, I don't wear an owl pellet necklace or anything, but if you do, good, go for it. But I just didn't realize that that's what the process was for them.
Yeah.
That is so.
What is the process, Lauren?
Oh, yes, Lauren!
Well, let's let Dave talk.
Dave, you haven't talked yet, Dave. What's going on
being
here?
the silent guy in the back.
Come on!
Well, the short version is owls don't have teeth and they don't chew, so they swallow lots of things whole, and they, the things they can't chew up and digest get stored, and they eventually it up, and that's your owl pellet.
It ain't no hairball. I guess it could be.
It's a hairball.
It's full of hair.
Could be a feather ball. Could be you name it. Yeah.
That's part of the
And we talk about dissecting them. They're processed, so they're sterilized and they don't smell awful. But you kind of peel back the layers of fur and stuff, and there's all the bones of what the animal ate, so you get an idea of what owls are eating, what their diet is.
Well, that's a whole nother topic itself, is to see what it really is to help, because a lot of it maybe it's mice. I don't know a lot of the owl diet. I don't know a lot of anything, really. But so take us through. We got the Prowl events. We got Discovery Day Camp. Now, real quick, let's just circle back to that. So half day, what are those time frames?
Yeah, so half day camp runs from 8:30 in the morning until 11:30 in the morning. And then they get to go home and have lunch. And then our full day camps are 8:30 to 3.
That's really, and to me, I'm just thinking off the top of my head, a lot of younger parents do watch the show that are working full time. A lot of them single parents. This is a great opportunity to really, have a safe place for your child to be and to learn too. And it's not on an iPhone. Sorry, I ran over. But what's your favorite part about just this lead up to the summer? Because like you guys said, you're closed the trails right now. We're getting things ready. Is it almost like you're getting ready for Christmas because you're getting ready to open again? What's that feeling like?
We've talked about this. It's kind of like a cycle every year where you're at camp and August hits and you're like, I am so done with camp. Yeah. And then the fall, you're like, okay, I'm not even gonna think about camp. And then December, January is like full blown planning mode. We get all pumped up again. March rolls around with registration and it's like, we keep pulling up the page and like, oh my God, look how many people are registered so far. Just getting really excited to get all those people here and get new staff in. And then the first day of camp is always very exciting.
That is awesome. Now, are you looking for anyone to join your staff?
Absolutely.
Yes, we are. So we do have quite a few returning staff, but we are looking for some new staff this year as well. And the website, our application is already on the website, so you can go on and apply. We're also looking for junior counselors, which I'm sure Dave would be happy to talk about as well. But those are our 13 to 16-year-olds that are assisting our paid staff.
That is awesome. Dave, can I ask you about that real quick?
Yeah, so that, as Lauren said, 13 to 16-year-olds, they're not old enough to work unless they had a work permit. I guess.
Right.
But they're volunteers. They come out and they work with the counselors and they're integral parts. They go help them get things, help usher the kids around and keep them corralled and having a good time and play with the kids. They're some of the kids' favorite people besides their counselors. And so and what happens with a lot of our junior counselors is that they were former campers.
That's awesome.
And they graduate to junior counselor, and if they like it and stick around long enough, a lot of them apply to become full-fledged counselors when they're finally old enough to do that as well.
I love it, and I didn't know that. Do you guys still do your newsletters too?
Yeah.
I didn't know you guys had a new. Can I ask you about that? I've had you on like 3 times now, and I've never asked about your newsletter. How can we sign up?
So you just get on our website. I believe it's on the first page that you get to. Kind of scroll down to the bottom, and it says sign up for our newsletter.
That is awesome. Now I got to talk all about Hike-a-thon. This is cool. This is what I'm excited about. Fill us in on the details. April 1st through the 30th.
Yeah, so our trails open April 1st, so we thought it'd be really cool to kick off the season by having a hike-a-thon. Awesome. Essentially, you get on their website, you sign up for it, and then you log your miles throughout the month. You don't have to hike just at TNI, you can hike anywhere. And then there are certain prizes for the number of people that hike the most amount of miles and people that sponsor the most amount of miles, meaning that when you sign up, you find a sponsor like your parent or your mailman or whoever you can convince to give you money. And you just say, hey, will you sponsor me for these hikes? They can pledge like a penny a mile, and then that money goes towards TNI and our education programs and restoration programs. And then at the end of the month, there are prizes for people that get the
That's awesome. That is awesome. And how many other events are there like this? I mean, that is so cool. Is there any other, maybe it's not a hike-a-thon, but other similar events that you guys do throughout the course of the year?
So this is the first one like this that we've ever done. So we're excited to see how it works. And this probably, if it goes well, is going to be an annual event. This spring time frame is a really good time to do that. So we're hoping for great participation.
And one of the first things we're going to do on the 1st, celebrate the hike-a-thon and just the opening of trails again, is we're having our nonsense nature hike.
What is that?
Well, it's going to be, I don't want to give away too much, but if you like dad jokes and you come to TNI on the 1st, sign up for this, you're going to be in luck.
I love it. I love it because, this is perfect. You guys do this so well. It's one thing to educate and just educate, but it's another thing to be passionate, have fun while you're educating and teaching somebody else something new about our own environment. That's what's so cool about this. Now, I got to ask you, because I'm on your website being nosy, full moon hike.
Yeah.
Can I ask you about, that's February 5th, correct?
Right.
How does that go?
So our Moonlight Hike is a monthly event. We cancel it for very, very few things like thunderstorms or if the trails are just really, really dangerous.
Okay.
But come out and you're going to go on a nighttime hike with a guide. We discourage flashlight use because we want to let our eyes adjust to the dark, let our night vision take over. And it's a, I would say, medium difficulty hike most of the time, about an hour and 15 minutes. And it's really just a hike. We don't stop a whole lot to talk, but just get out and enjoy the nighttime. It's a lot of fun.
I love it. I mean, you guys really, I hate to patronize you, but it's really enjoyable to talk to you guys because it's always something new and exciting. It's not just the same old event every time. You guys do such a great job. We got a minute left. What else did I not hit on? I feel like I forgot something.
The only other thing that I want to hit on is going to be our wildflower walks.
Oh, yes.
So usually, in the past, we've only done one throughout the whole spring. This time, we are doing 8 separate dates for wildflower hikes. And that will be watching the flowers bloom throughout that early spring period. And it's a lot of fun to go out and see what's blooming when, but hopefully we'll get to really catch some of our most beautiful blooms throughout that.
Oh, that is going to be really fun. Actually, I think that'd be awesome because we have the most beautiful wildflowers, I think, in this area. It's so fun to go look at the prairie lands and just see them all kind of bloom. Anyway, it's 10:31. I am running very late, but that's okay. We had 20 minutes with TNI, and I loved every bit of it, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with
Thanks
me.
for having us.
10:32 on this third day of February. A quick break. We come back with brush, makeup, and boutique right after this.